Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 is coming to Steam. It's been speculated on for a while now, but until today there had been no official confirmation. After a brief exclusive pre-order period on the Microsoft Store, the sim can now be wishlisted on Steam. Also in recent news, Microsoft confirmed that VR support will be coming to the title this year, and a whole bunch of people have been granted access to a special preview build of the sim. So, for those of you who prefer to keep all of your games in one place, you'll be pleased to hear that the new Microsoft Flight Simulator is coming to Steam. The Steam page is now live and you are able to see and add the title to your wishlist from there. Currently, Steam doesn't have a price listed, however the title's description does contain all the relevant information for the three versions of the game. That's the Standard Edition, the Deluxe Edition and the Premium Deluxe. Now I suspect it's reasonable to assume that the pricing on Steam will be similar, if not the same, as the pricing on the Microsoft Store. The Steam release date is also the 18th of August. Now on a side note, the fact that pre-orders are only live on the Microsoft Store and not on Steam, in addition to the fact that Microsoft Store had a few weeks head start on pre-orders, feels like Microsoft want to capitalise in on as many pre-orders as they can. Understandable of course from their point of view, but just a casual observation there. But to be perfectly fair on that point, the Microsoft Store doesn't charge immediately for pre-orders. They usually charge around 10 days or so before release, and it's also entirely possible to very easily cancel the store pre-orders, which will give people the option to move their purchase to Steam if they so wish. It's been a question long asked. Will Flight Simulator 2020 have VR support? Whilst Asobo Studio have said that the title won't have support on launch, they have stated that it was a high priority for them. Well, they have now confirmed that VR support is indeed coming, although it's coming in a way that many people might not have expected. VR support then will first be arriving alongside HP's new G2 Reverb headset, which is releasing later this year. Initially, VR support in Flight Simulator 2020 will be enabled only for this headset. Support for other headsets, such as the Oculus Rift and others, will be coming at a later date. Now, there's no set dates yet, but Asobo have stated that support for the other headsets will be coming a few months after the arrival of support for the Reverb. Now, this does seem like a bit of an odd decision, as I said. Personally speaking, I really do feel that both the Oculus Rift and even the Valve Index have a massive user base. The HP, meanwhile, not so much. Clearly a business-motivated decision there, partnering up with HP. But I would also suspect that quite clearly Microsoft Flight Simulator will show off the advances and the advantages in the Reverb headset, so something to look forward to. Should be quite nice. Eurogamer, in their article on VR support, pointed out that the VR update will be a free update that comes as a part of the regular update releases for Flight Simulator. Apparently, this will see what is being termed as a meaningful release every month. In addition to the VR update, further releases will be a world update, followed by a sim update. After that, Microsoft will be releasing the first paid DLC, which for now hasn't been detailed. This will also be followed by 2 further free updates, both again for the world and for the sim, and then later a further second paid DLC. So it looks like there's plenty of content in the works for the title. It'll be nice to see ongoing updates to the world as well as additions to the sim, so maybe we'll see new planes and possibly even things such as helicopters being added in at some point in the not too distant future. There might be a few people who are a bit surprised or perhaps unimpressed by paid DLC coming so early on, but do remember this is a flight sim. It's in the flight sim genre, which generally means that there's going to be lots of add-ons for the game, or the sim rather, and these will be available on the in-game marketplace. You may have noticed that there is now a bunch of preview videos available for Flight Simulator 2020. Microsoft have granted preview access to a number of YouTube channels, both big and small, who are giving the title some coverage. This includes a look at the planes, flights, world areas, and of course the cities. Now, judging by the content that these channels have produced, it seems likely that they've had their hands on the sim for at least a little while. The videos are great for sure and give a very nice insight into what to expect. For now, I'm not among the lucky few, but I will of course continue to provide regular updates. And for those of you who have watched my channel for any length of time, you will know that being unbiased as well as fair and honest in presenting any title is the highest priority for me. As we are now in the final weeks towards release, it's likely we'll be seeing a whole ton of new information on content. I'm certainly looking forward to all of that. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.